Hello, I got a y'all. Oh God, I'm sorry, y'all. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Ready to Love Season 4, Episode 9. It is 6:49 in the morning, which is why I yawn. I'm so sorry. I usually don't like yawning on camera. But let's go ahead and get into this bit of foolishness that happened on the recent episode. I just watched it this Sunday morning, as I told y'all. And I wish I would have watched it Friday to be able to cuss them out sooner. But we gonna get it today, okay? Do not forget to do a couple of things. Y'all know to like the video, well, no, first subscribe, okay? First subscribe to the channel, okay? To this one and the other one. Y'all know the link to my other channel was in the description box below. Also, y'all know like the video, comment, share, relax, center yourself, inhale, all these things that I advise every time. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner everywhere. You can find me. You can find me at JayLeesCorner and stuff. So yes, I am here. Okay, bare face and all. Don't judge me, judge yourself. Okay, I'm gonna pop off screen. I'm not gonna be on screen that much because it's down to 7 a.m. And sometimes StreamYard signal, it's been real funny acting lately, so I'm trying to pop on, pop off so the picture always looks good, okay? But yes, it's me. Yes, I'm here. You're watching this as a premiere, okay, on Sunday morning. Hallelujah. Only do it, yes, he will, okay? Anyway, honey, the people around here was getting on my nerves, okay? So we see all of the people who are left, Phil, Frank, Cornelius, Dante, Walter, Naeem, Mumi, Naisha, Zadia, Sabrina, Shiloh, Camille, and Sydney. These are the last ones left around here to be doing things and whatnot. And so all the single people, they all single to me. All the singles are going on a little retreat for the weekend, okay? And at the end of the retreat, the ladies will send a man home, okay? Now, look, do I think one of the men from above my head needs to go home? Yes, I do. Okay, who should it be and why? It should be Cornelius. Why? Because I want him and Camille to get off my damn TV screen and whatnot. Okay, now we see Camille, Cornelius, and Zadia, ride up together. Okay, to the little vacation thing or whatever. Or retreat? It's a retreat. They're right up there together. Now Camille says how, oh, Cornelius wants to be a part of the Brown Girl Squad. I'm like, the Brown Girl Squad is with a sorority. What's going on? I don't get it. Okay. Now apparently Camille, Zadia, Mumin say, oh, we're really good friends. Okay, we became friends here, and so we're just nice brown women. So we're the Brown Girl Squad. I'm like, that's so childish. A part of me feels like Camille, Zadie, and Mumin are mean girls. Okay, who clicked up? I'm gonna leave that be, okay? Because they just act like, you know what, they are the brown skin version of Giselle, Robin, and let's just say Ashley, okay? Just on some BS most of the time or whatever. You may like them once or twice here or there, but for the most part, they on some BS, okay, on some complete BS. Now Camille brings up how over the next 2 days she feel like it's gonna be some drama, okay? And she then say, I'm here for the drama. Who at 42 is here for drama? Okay. Not me. Not I said the cat. Okay. I will be 40. And I'm like, no one in their 40s is sitting around waiting for drama like that. And let they catty and petty and immature. And I mean, if the book fits the book, then the book is Camille, and Camille is childish and petty or whatever. Okay. I'm lead that be. So, she brings up how the tension is high with the ladies. I'm like, why? Why? But she said the brown skin squad, not brown skin, the brown girl squad will be good. You can't just beat up by yourself. You need a squad? I'm lead that be. Now Camille brings up, how, well, no, because Zadia asks, so y'all a couple? Like, are y'all moving forward? What's going on? And Camille say, we're gonna get married, okay? We're gonna buy a house together. We're not gonna move in together. We're gonna buy a house together, a whole other house. And he like, so yeah. We're taking it step by step, day by day, okay? We not gonna, we not there yet, okay? And that makes Camille upset because she feel like he's saying he don't want to be with her. What he's saying is, slow down, little red Corvette. Baby, you're moving too fast, okay? Slow it down. You do not have to say right now that y'all are about to get married and move in to a whole new house together. Girl, Camille, it's like you see why she's single because of this how she treats a new man who she barely know. How can she treat a man who she's actually with? It's crazy. Okay. Now we also see Sabrina and Walter who drove up together. Okay. And she asked him, so do you consider us like a couple? Because I just don't want to have, any drama or offend anyone at the house. He kind of didn't answer her at all as far as we saw. Okay. But he does say to us in the confessional that, he also has a connection with Mumine, which is why Sabrina asked, he wants to see, what's going on or whatever. Now, as they riding up, and she tell him, "Oh, I just want to let you know this little tidbit about myself. Um, I used to be a dancer." He's like, "Huh? What, say what now?" "Yeah, I used to be a dancer. I was an exotic dancer for 10 years." I was like, I mean, am I surprised that she was an exotic dancer for 10 years? I'm not surprised. Not that she looked like a dancer, but a lot of people used to dance. Now, why Walter say, well, being a stripper or an exotic dancer isn't as taboo, currently as it probably was back when she was dancing, for 10 years. He said, but it still for him was it raised a red flag. And I was like, why though? I don't understand why, the fact that she's a strip is a red flag. I mean, do you think she's a prostitute? Do you think she made? I mean, what's the red flag about her? She used to dance and take her clothes off. I'm like, girl, I don't know. I just, would I have red flag a dude if a dude told me he used to strip for 10 years? I mean, I would ask him, "Was you selling dick too?" Because if you was stripping and selling dick, I would have an issue. But I'm like, she didn't say she was an escort. Okay, she said she was giving a puss. I would say, hey, what you was just dancing, right? That's it. Yeah, okay, well then we fine. No issue for me. But I do wonder what red flag, like what about that for him was a red flag? Was it because she had mentioned it before, or the fact that she did it at all? I don't know. Walter, don't make me cuss you out. Now we then see Zadia. We see some of them get there. Okay. And as some of them are getting there, Zadia brings up how her top two are Dante and Naeem. Okay. But now we see Dante there and she don't seem too enthused talking to the man or whatever. And Dante say, well, his strongest connection was also with Zadia, but she been acting funny lately. Okay. She been acting real funny. I don't know what's going on or whatever, but I'm not like a priority for her. So he's been getting to know Aisha. Okay, they were on the phone talking a whole lot, lady, and he wanted to see like in person. Could that be something? Now, Aisha also say we had a good connection on the phone. We had not been able to get on any dates, so being here with him for the weekend is real good. Being around him is real good. Now, Dante, has 3 kids, and he does not want more kids. I don't think he do. He bet not want more kids, and we know that Aisha has kids and she does not want more kids at all either. So that could be a connecting factor between them. And she finds him attractive. He finds her attractive. So again, we will see what happens with that. Because I was like, oh, and we do see on this trip when they are around each other, there is a connection between them. Okay. Now we then see who was it? Well, no. Well, first of all, they all got there. this is what y'all looking for. But y'all are there, okay, sitting around, sitting around, sitting around. And I want to point out a couple things. People are spaced out, nobody's really, that close to each other. We do see Walter and Sabrina sitting at the piano, but you see how Camille and Cornelius sitting around and she on his lap? Camille always has to be around that man in some kind of way. But look how it's like when a woman you like is sitting on your lap, usually your hand is around her waist. Okay, your hand is usually around her waist or her arm, but you're touching her in some kind of way. But as we see, this is Camille smothering this man, and he ain't give her no attention. Another thing I noticed is boom, look, look, body language is a key. He is leaning away from her. She's leaning towards him. She wants to get close. Her thick ass part. She wants to get close to that man. And he is trying to like, you know what? I don't really want to be here, but she's forcing me. I can't get away because I don't know not man who have a woman on his lap and he just don't put his arm around her waist, okay, or her leg. Okay, your hand is holding your chin down on her thighs. Now we know he's like a supposedly, walking a walk of faith, and he does not want to have sex, and that's fine. But you also can put your hand on someone's thigh, and it's not a big deal, okay? But again, Cornelius is running away from Camille slowly but surely. I'm telling y'all, he just want to be on the show for exposure. Okay, for exposure. But I do wonder, had Camille not got her claws clank into him, would he have been a more open individual? I feel like he's closed off because she's crazy and deranged and obsessed with him and think they're getting married. But I'm gonna let that be. Okay. Now we do see Walter and Sabrina was at the now we see where it's at. We see Walter and Sabrina over at the piano. Okay, now they was also around there by themselves at one point, and then Moomin walks up. Okay, but before Moomin walked up, she was in the kitchen like, oh, there go another couple. That because she's seen Walter and Sabrina to themselves on the piano, like laughing, chit chatting. I'm like, why do you care what he doing? Okay, for what? Don't you also like somebody else? Why are you so consumed with getting attention from Walter while he's talking with Sabrina? I don't get that. Okay, you got time and space to let the other people, just wander around and do things. But she walked up, okay, and she then said, his energy seemed off when she walked up. Okay, I can't believe he around here acting funny or whatever. Like he don't want me around. Like he won't even, give me any energy or whatever. It's like he like, not right now. Don't be over it. And I'm looking like you walked up rubbing that man's head and his shoulders while he's chilling with Sabrina. He probably felt weird because again, it's like, well, yeah, why did you walk up right now to get my attention off Sabrina? And I'm telling you this is what I felt like. I felt like Mumin likes making people feel like I can take your man, okay? I can do what I want to do and I can take his attention off you. That's what I got from it. That she wanted to have Sabrina, I can make him not focus on you because that's what it gave me. That's what I felt like because if I see someone I also like and they're having a moment with somebody else, my first instinct is to go over there and let my presence be known because I should not have to do that because I don't want to have to force anyone to feel like I'm better than them because they should know I am. Just saying. Anyway, but Sabrina brings up, like, for her, his connection with anybody else does not affect what we got going on because she also felt the little looks from Mumin, okay, the little this the energy that Mumin brought over that to me was uncalled for because her and Walter had a moment earlier at the piano. They got a song together. I was like, I don't care. But again, y'all already had your piano moment. Get out that man's face for right now. For right now, okay. Now we do see Frank talking to Sydney, okay, out there, by the water. Okay. Now Frank say his main focus on this trip is gonna be Mumin and Sydney because that's who he think he can see himself with in the future. Okay, just them two. I'm like, whatever happened to Frank and Aisha? That's the weird part for me. I remember their date and they was real cuddly or whatever. And I feel like Frank is a very sexual person and he likes connecting with people sexually. And that's what it was with him and Aisha. But all of a sudden, his focus is Mumin and Sydney. Now, Sydney and Frank to me wanna fuck. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. Now, Sydney also brings up her connections with Frank and with Phil. But with Frank, it just clicked. Okay, it was an instant connection because y'all know each other from the clubs and y'all both want to bang each other. But Frank to me doesn't have a type because Moomin, Sydney, and even white ex girlfriend were three completely different people. So Frank, who are you? Who are you? Because how do you just not? This is weird. It's weird to me. Okay. Now we then see Zadia and Naeem. Naeem looks good right here. Okay. Body looking amazing. And Zadia looks pretty too. But his body looks amazing. Okay. The baldness of the head, the beard. He to me doesn't look the best on camera sometime, and I don't know why because I've also seen photos of him and he's a gorgeous man, so I do think sometimes it's just bad angles. It's bad angles. But yeah, they talking and whatnot, and she's like, I just want to chill by the water, under the sun. I may go to sleep or whatever. Don't wake me up, and that's what I'm gonna do for some hours. He's like, oh, okay, you're gonna do that, and then tomorrow you're gonna send someone home. What's going on? Because again, they have to send a man home in the morning, so you really should not be trying to sit around. It's weird to me that the women had to make a decision, and Zadie is saying how she gonna go to sleep on the beach chair, for some hours. I'm like, why are you not trying to connect with anybody? It's like the Zadie feel like, well, since I'm not going home, I don't have to even try to connect with the two men who I feel like are my top two. And Naeem, like, well, you gotta send somebody home. So, like, what's that gonna be? And she then asked him, like, well, what are your plans, for the future outside the show, with us or whatever? And he didn't say how, I'm saying, I like how we vibe. And I could possibly see, us going further, which to me isn't any kind of, solidification. It's not any kind of, he didn't solidify, yes, we good or whatever. But I also felt like, but neither did she. And even though she said she don't want to put her eggs in one basket without anyone giving her any assurances. So I'm like, but aren't y'all supposed to assure each other? And if you finna sleep on the beach chair for some hours, what have you even talked to Dante about? Who's your other person? It's weird to me how she didn't even care to build with anybody. And I'm like, girl, I don't know. It's just she got on my nerve this episode too. So we then see Moomin and Walter having a conversation by the pool, okay? And it's her saying to him, when you acting all funny, acting all offish or whatever, like you're acting distant with me, and I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know, um, he Walter made a good point. Walter made a point in saying, you also have connections with people outside of just me and you, okay? And I hear things about what you have going on or whatever, which are the connections, but I never, let any of that affect what we have going on. I never let it affect how I feel about you. And I'm hoping that I can get the same respect in return. Meaning, you out here connecting with whoever else and saying whatever else, and I don't get an attitude with you. So why are you upset with me because you see me having a connection with someone else? Like this is the show. Okay, this is the show. Okay. He also brings up how I just don't want you to be catty and petty. I said, ooh, 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 ooh. When he said that, I said, oh, okay. So it's not just me, a viewer, feeling like when she was walking to the piano that it was a catty, petty, messy moment that she tried to have, and maybe Walter just did not give her the attention she tried to get from him. Okay. Now he brings up at the piano that she was rolling her eyes or whatever. This stuff that wasn't called for. And for me, when I seen her trying to, it was her and like I think Camille, who were like just staring like it was an issue. And I'm like, why? Go do something. Okay, for what? Now she said, well, no, your vibe is off. Okay, we was good before at the piano earlier, whatever. But you, when I came back around, you would not open up to me. And I'm like, because he was having a moment with Sabrina again. Mumin went over there trying to interrupt what he had going on because she wanted some attention, because she felt like, well, he should only give me attention. Even though I see he's talking to someone else, let me go steal the limelight or whatever. And um it was just weird that she did that. And when he like, well, no, that's not what it is or whatever, and says that's not this and that. And then when she then said, well, I feel like somebody is manipulating you. Okay, someone is manipulating you against me, and I don't know how you trust them more than you trust me. And that's what I feel. And he was like, that's not what's going on at all. No, I'm like, I'm here right now trying to work things out. I'm here right now in the moment with you, and you bring up all this crazy shit, okay? And she gets up and she walks away. And I want to say that Mumin is a part of the Mean Girl clique. Okay, Mumin, Camille, and Zadia are the Mean Girls. They just are. They are the brown skin version of Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. Okay, everybody like to, oh, it's always the lighter skinned girls being the mean girls. And no, in this situation, the browner skinned women are being catty and patty on some bullshit. Okay, and it happens to be three beautiful brown skinned women who are being on some bullshit. And I'm like, for what? Like, there's no need for, there's no to say that somebody is manipulating him against her. I'm like, where did that come from? Because he didn't stop talking to Sabrina to give you the energy that you wanted. Someone is basically tainting, girl. Get out my damn face. Anyway, we see Camille sets up a little one-on-one date little thing with Cornelius. Okay, and I'm like, I don't know why. Now she gave him a little necklace. Okay, and the necklace she said that God is greater than our highs and our lows. I'm like, girl, I don't think all that's gonna fit on that little chain. Anyway, but she said because they both have had moments of wanting to walk away. Okay, that this is a token of them not walking away. I'm like, God is telling both of y'all to walk away. He wants him to walk away to get some balls. He wants you to walk away to stop being, cuckoo. Okay. And he tells us how we have a connection. Okay, me and her, there is a connection. However, I still feel it's been some messy shit. Okay, so the messy shit is why I wonder if we're moving too fast. Yes, you're moving too fast and too slow. You're too fast to stay with her and too slow to leave her the fuck alone. Okay, it's just crazy. Now we see production asking him, do you feel like she's controlling? And he laughs and say, y'all gonna get me in trouble. You are too old and too grown to feel like some woman you met on this TV show will get you in trouble. That means yes, she's controlling and you should leave her because it's too soon for her to be so controlling over you, a man she don't really know. But I'm gonna let Camille keep being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? So we have the dinner scene. Now this is the thing. A lot happened over the dinner scene, so let's just go ahead and get into. Now, it was a full-fledged, cast dinner, okay? And while talking about the trip being about, all of them, just getting down to who they like, what they want to do, solidifying some couples or whatever is what they were saying. And then it was Cornelius was saying, everyone has to, get down, cut it down to the white meat or whatever. Camille then say, but you're good, boo. Okay, you're good. But I'm like, he wasn't nobody talking to you. Okay, no one was. She then say, some people have no reason to be concerned because they've already made their connections. And she said it in a catty, petty, immature way. Okay. And I'm like, okay, here comes the mean girl click. Now Aisha then say, yeah, but it's a little process. Okay. And everyone should be real about, where they are right now in the process or whatever. Camille then say, well, we're in the process to find that one. Okay, I didn't sprint, but some people are doing a marathon or whatever, but we will see you at the reunion. And I'm like, I doubt if you look, it was just the fact that Camille really feel like her and Cornelius is the deal. Okay, we are a couple. And I'm looking like, girl, he's scared of you. He hasn't left you because he's scared you may murder him. After the show, it won't work. It's not going to work. And so for you to come out your mouth trying to be petty catty and just messy, simply because Aisha's saying everyone has a process here, let them do that. Okay, because you think you have a connection, fine, fine, fine. And she also brought up Aisha there. She said, no one knows anybody else's walk in life. So everyone deserves to have a real connection, meaning nobody believes that he really wants you. We all feel like you are, strongholding him. Okay, and now if anybody's being, if anyone is being manipulated, it's him, which is fucked up. Which is why I feel like he need to go home. You not ready to love Cornelius. You're not, because you are being led astray, hoodwinked, and bamboozled by Camille. Okay, and Camille, not Camille, and Aisha also said to Camille in this exchange, granted, y'all made a connection, cool, but who to say he won't get voted off because he didn't give anybody else any attention? Okay, who to say that? Camille then said, "Oh, I will fuck y'all up." I was like, "Bitch, who you talking to? Who, 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 who?" Okay, and then I eat like that's the issue. That no one should threaten someone to fight if we send someone home. That's that bullshit. And then here comes Zadia. Here comes out. No one was talking to or about her, but because she's a part of the mean girl clique, let me defend my brown skinned sister Camille. She then bring out, well, that's some hater shit to say. That's real hater ish to say because um you will want to vote somebody off just because or whatever. People are supposed to want to fight for their connection. I'm like, no one's talking to you, okay? And then that pissed Aisha off, and she listed, ain't no hater bone in my. I ain't no hater, okay? Ain't no hater bone in my body. Don't be saying that or whatever. I'm saying, don't bring it over here. I wasn't even talking to you. But why you always dumping this shit? Because they click. Okay, they'll click. And Zadia said in her confessional that she was just tired of Aisha talking too much. Okay, and so I spoke up. I'm looking like, but she was really giving her opinion on a conversation that was being had by the full group. Okay, now most folk felt like I was like Aisha was giving her opinion, and that kind of Zadia and Camille kind of came at her and attacked her based on her opinion. It's because they don't like Aisha. And Aisha likes to stand up for herself. And I'm like, see, that's that bullshit. So we do see like Phil, Dante. I want to say another woman stood up to get Aisha out the room. There was supposed to back and forth. But what I noticed was both Phil and Dante came and got their woman. And no one really, I don't think Cornelius ever went and got Camille, because who can get Camille? And it was a situation that did not need to happen. Okay. Zadia, shut the fuck up, is what I felt. Because you are upset for what? Worry about the shit that has to do with you and the men who you dealing with. You barely have a leg to stand on with the men based on how you acted here. Because as most people said, and Sabrina did too, I think also Sydney, was saying that Zadia was team too much. Okay, and then Cornelius and said how, this is the reason why, he's like, I don't know about me and Camille because this should not have went this far. And they felt like both Camille and Zadia took it too far fussing with Aisha. Even though Aisha um was in defense mode, I don't think she would have went that far had they not kept poking her. Okay. Now Dante was talking to Zadia like, look, you kept poking the bear. I mean, you kept fucking with Aisha, and you keep poking the bear. They're gonna react or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you was doing that constantly during dinner. What? Poke, I wasn't doing that. He's like, no, you were. You know what I'm saying? So now she feel like, well, okay, well, he picked her side. Okay. So he picked her side. He's made a choice. He don't want to be with me. Okay. And then, it's like, why I don't need you to be a peacemaker. You're like, well, I'm not being a peacemaker. I'm just trying to, calm shit down or whatever. And she kept saying stuff that made him feel like, well, see, this is what I mean by you poking a bear. I mean, you keep throwing shots, and saying little slick shit or whatever, and it's not a need for that. And then her thing with Warren, whatever, Zadia, I wonder if this is what Naeem's ex-girlfriend meant by saying she may not be the one for you based on this action that we see from her. And I don't like it. I don't. Now we do see it was Phil talking with Aisha at the little piano, whatever, and then Dante walked up. Dante walked up in a robe. Dante walked. This was after the whole fight thing, whatever, and later on in the day, and he came Dante came and got her in his robe because like I wanted to have a little nightcap for her. It was a long day or whatever. She was up here like fighting for herself. Okay, so he set up a massage. He gave her a massage. It was cute, but Phil was like, you gonna come up and get her in the robe, brother? Oh man, it was funny. But he like I like how I think both Dante and Phil both told her they like how she stood up for herself because she's like, I'm not gonna back down once I'm put up against the wall, based on the bullshit with Camille and Wazadia. But we do see Dante and Aisha connecting, getting rubbed down. Okay, it was cute, and I mean it's hard because Phil has 3 children by 3 women, so I'm like, is he ready to love? You can't always say just because a person has, 3 children or whatever, they maybe shouldn't be on this show. But again, my whole thing is I need to know how old his kids are. And I don't know that. So I don't know. I don't mind Dante with Aisha, but I just want to be sure they're not connecting just to be on the show. And I'm hoping that what we're seeing is genuine, okay? So we do see Tommy gets there to talk to all the ladies or whatever. And he tells the men that, one of y'all will be voted off and y'all will not be back, at the back in the men's lounge like the next episode. And it was mainly a whole thing between um Zadia, Camille, and Aisha. And this was the vibe I get. Now, when they all went out to talk, this the women, they was fussing, okay, because they got into the foolishness and fussing or whatever based on what happened at the dinner before. Now Zadia called Aisha a hater again, which means Aisha called Zadia, so you always been aggressive. Then both Aisha, no, both Camille and Zadia gets upset at her being called aggressive, but when she's being fucking aggressive, it's what it is. And so this fussing was ensuing, between most of the women. And Tommy was like, hold up, look, look, look. Everyone has an opinion, okay, but we have to be respectful. And people feel like Zadia and Camille are not respectful. They hold little dynamic duo of bullshit and they don't like it or whatever. But again, let's get into who likes who. We ain't gonna talk about, the whole thing from last night. Fine, we won't pass that. I do wonder though if Tommy knew Camille basically said, I'm gonna fuck y'all up if y'all send Cornelius home. I felt like that's proof to me she should not be here, but that's on me. Okay, I'm leave that be. So who y'all do like what's going on? So Sabrina um had a great time with Walter. She brings up how, them being on the trip, they got closer together. Okay, now Mumin then brings up, well, for me and Walter, the trip made us get further apart. Okay, but did you say, Mumin, that you felt like somebody was tricking him, okay, pulling him against you, girl? No, she did not. Well, no, we just grew further apart. He didn't give me any attention because you told that man that he was being manipulated by somebody. So he might just not want to talk. But I'm gonna leave that be. But anyway, Moomin, no longer, in Walter, maybe no more. Now Aisha brings up how, of course, her and Dante happened to talk on the phone, and so they had like phone dates, and now they had real time together here, and that he brought the whole massage table out and gave her a whole massage, a massage. So yeah, kudos to Aisha, because that surprises Zadia, who then say, well, Dante was, my top pick, but he put me in the back seat and he put Aisha in the front seat or whatever. And okay. And she brings up how she was kind of, blindsided by the fact that Aisha took her place. If you was more concerned about what you had going on, okay, and less of trying to figure out what Camilla and Cornelius had going on, you may not have been back seated. Okay, that's on you, honey. Sometimes worry about your own food and not what's on someone else's plate. That's a problem. I really feel like Zadia felt like she didn't have to put in the effort. And now you see what you did. And when Aisha, she also brought up how, Naeem is giving her the space to figure out what she wants to do. And when Aisha said Zadia was focused on Dante, and because Dante is no longer, interested in her, she's now using her backup of Naeem. And she is. That's what it is. Sydney said, of course, her connection was with Frank, and Frank is her bae. I think her and Frank fucking. Camille, of course, says Cornelius. When she then say, I hope that we can walk down the aisle and I can finally, make it this time. Tommy say, this time? What you mean this time? Oh, well, I've been engaged before. He's like, oh, well, how many times? Oh, well, 3. And Tommy was shocked. What y'all do not, what you may not realize is Tommy doesn't pick the singles. He meets them, as the show progresses. So he didn't know her backstory of her being engaged 3 times, to my knowledge. Okay. Anyway, who has the least connections? So Zadia says Walter. Okay, he's ready to play and not to love. Okay, I wonder if that came from Mumin, because again, Zadia, Mumin, and Camille are the little clique. So I do wonder if she said that based on what Mumin said to her, not anything that she's felt, from him. And Sabrina brings up how Cornelius, because he's never, connected with her at all. So Sabrina, Aisha, I think even Mumin and Shiloh all said Cornelius, because again, he don't talk to nobody. He's not connect. He's never talked to or connect with anybody except Camille. Which is for my thing is I don't know how he made it this long. Truthfully, he should have been went home, but that's just on me. So of course that does not make Camille happy, but I don't care. Okay. And we then see Sydney, Shiloh, and Aisha all say that Naeem, is the one who they don't connect with because he doesn't seem connected for real. Now, the fact that, excuse me, Zadia then said, well, that's not true. I'm like, you were the one saying that he needed to, be more forthcoming. So you can't make it seem as if them saying, what I'm saying, he doesn't seem connected isn't the same thing you said. He's just your only lifeline right now. So you want to save him. Get out of my face. So the bottom 2 people ended up being Cornelius and Naeem. And Naeem met with Zadia and Cornelius met with Camille. We don't see who goes home. We have to wait until next week to see that. But that was the whole episode. Camille can go home. Zadia can go home. Cornelius can go home. And maybe Naeem. They can all go home together and be a whole little couple. Anyway, that's all I have. I will talk to y'all later. I will see you when I see you. Peace.